Hello, I'm Sean Skinner. Welcome to this very unique video on breakaways and penalty shots, or shootouts. I have assembled a comprehensive research on this subject from over 50 years of printed hockey books, videos, and coaching materials. I have found there to be very little information on this topic for players and coaches. Yet we find breakaways occurring in almost every game, and penalty shots or shootouts deciding the tiebreakers in key tournaments. Players and coaches need to know how to score on the breakaway and how to be successful on the penalty shot or during the shootout competition. It must be noted that the body of literature up to this date has basically taught a player that you react to the situation. Players have been taught that if the goalie is out, you deke, and if the goalie's in, you shoot. Thus, no principles or rules other than this reaction game have been taught. No predetermined plan of attack has been given to the players. No list of different shooting or deking options have been explained. This video will teach the scoring principles for breakaways and penalty shots in a scientific progression. The goal of this video is to increase the individual player's predetermined plan of attack or scoring habits for breakaways and penalty shots. For the rest of this video, I will refer to the shootout situation as a penalty shot. Now, there are certain principles that produce higher percentages for scoring in different game situations and rules of play that define those situations. Players should make their decision based on these principles and rules. These principles determine what a player should do, when to do it, and how to do it. Let's examine these principles before we show the different ways to score on a breakaway or a penalty shot. There are four primary principles to scoring on the breakaway or penalty shot. These include the type of situation, the angle of the attacking player, the position of the goaltender, and the attacking player's individual scoring habits. Let's examine these principles and rules. First, the type of situation. There are two types of situations, the breakaway or the penalty shot. Breakaways usually occur under pressure of a back-checking opponent, and the attacking player does not have the freedom to choose the angle of the attack. Breakaways do allow the attacking player the option to finish all rebounds and continue smacking away until a whistle or a goal. On the other hand, penalty shots have no pressure from the opponent, and the attacking player is not rushed or forced to perform at out-of-control speeds, thus less chance of losing the puck. During a penalty shot, the attacking player gets to choose any angle of attack. There are some rules, though, regarding the penalty shot. The attacking player must maintain the forward movement of the puck and has only one chance to score, no rebounds allowed. The second principle is the angle of the attacking player. Goals are often the result of minor discrepancies between the angles taken by the attacking player versus the angles misplayed by the goaltender. There are four different angles where the player may approach the net. The player may come down the middle or from the front. The player may come down the right side, which is a poor decision for shooting, but great for deking and creating lateral movement. The player may come down the left side, which again is a poor decision for shooting, but great for deking and creating lateral movement. And last is the S pattern, which is the best for shooting or deking. The third principle has to do with the position of the goaltender. The position of the goaltender has been referred to as the reaction game. The attacking player is supposed to decide what to do based on the goaltender. Here we see the goaltender making a diving poke check and the attacking player reacting to this movement. There are two types of positioning: the goaltender's position in relation to the net and to the puck. In relation to the net, if the goaltender is far out of the net, it is better to deke. If the goaltender is back deep in the net, then the available space for scoring is increased and the player should shoot. The second type of positioning is the space between the goaltender and the puck, or the gap. The closer the puck gets to the goaltender, the less available scoring space for shooting. Thus, the attacking player must deke when in tight or shoot for the 5-hole. The fourth principle, and the focus of this video, is the player's plan of attack or scoring habits. A study was done on NHL players' scoring habits, and what we found out was that players do not react to the goaltender as much as we thought. Players have a habit of shooting the same shot in the same location or making the same deke. Players become so good at a particular shot or deke that they control the situation by using their individual strengths, whether that is shooting or deking. It's important to note that 62% of breakaways are scored on dekes. So most of our emphasis should be on teaching how to deke more effectively. Plus, this 62% comes from a time when there was not that much training on how to score on the breakaway or penalty shot. Over the next few years, we should see a greater increase in the percentage of dekes scored. One of the most important factors during breakaways is the stick position. Should the attacking player carry the puck in front of the body or on the side? If the player carries the puck in front of the body, then the player is showing the goaltender that you are going to fake by either moving to the right or to the left. The player cannot shoot from the stick position. The best way to approach the net is with the puck on the side or in shooting position with the hands open. Now the goaltender has to be more cautious because the player can shoot or deke. If a player's strength is shooting, they must remember the shooter's illusion, or the eyes of the puck. We are using the true angle shooter's device to show that what the puck sees is not what the shooter sees. The puck is located approximately 2 feet to the side of and 5 feet down from the shooter's view. The shooter must learn to adjust for this illusion in order to effectively read the available scoring space and where to shoot the puck. Now I have created a breakaway or penalty shot flow chart that lists the different shooting and deking options. First, we're going to take a look at the shooting options. Here are some key points to further examine specifically regarding shooting on a breakaway or penalty shot. These key points include changing angles, the deception of release, shooting tactics, and goaltender tendencies. One of the biggest keys when scoring is to change the angle or make the goaltender move laterally. Humans don't move well laterally, and it forces the goalie to lose the proper angle and opens many holes for scoring. We can change the angle when shooting by moving the puck laterally with our stick or by skating. One of the ways to move our stick is with a pull-in shot or toe drag. Another way to move our stick is to move the puck quickly from forehand to backhand. The second way to move the puck laterally is by making a skating change, by either stopping or cutting laterally across the front of the net. This forces the goaltender to move with you and lose the proper angle. Usually a shot towards the opposite direction is successful. Since the goaltender knows that you are coming in and is waiting for your first movement, it is great to add a little deception to your release. We do this by shooting when the goalie is not set. The goaltender must wait one leg in order to move. Shoot the puck towards the weighted leg as it is returning to the body. For example, shooting when the goaltender is still moving out towards you, or shooting when the goaltender is in the process of pushing off while going backwards. Another way to deceive the goaltender is to make a fake look to the opposite side you are shooting, or just fake the release and then shoot. The last way to get the goaltender off guard is to shoot while skating in stride. Let's consider these shooting tactics regarding where to shoot the puck. It's harder for the goalie to move his legs. It's easier for the goalie to move his arms. There's more room to score down low, and it is further distance to shoot in the upper corner. It is harder to control the height of a shot and easier to miss the net when shooting up high. It is easier to control a lower shot to the right or to the left. 69% of goals are scored from below the knee and 21% from above the shoulders, while only 10% are scored between the knees and the shoulder. When we look at where goals are scored, we find that 73% of all goals are scored on the stick side, 18% are scored on the glove side, and 9% are scored between the legs. When to shoot? Here's a chart of favorable shooting locations. Now, where to shoot from? The best place to shoot from is 10 to 25 feet out in front of the goalie, from the middle of the ice. The further the player goes out to the side, and the closer the player gets to the goaltender, the less available scoring space. And the chances of scoring from shooting are actually cut in half. The wrist in the snapshot should be used 10 to 25 feet away. The flip and the backhand shot should be used when the player is within 10 feet of the net. It's important for the attacking player to be able to read the goaltender's position on his way in. Is the goaltender holding the glove low? Is the goaltender showing space in the 5-hole? The goaltenders have habits or tendency as to how they save the puck. Often a goalie goes down on a breakaway. Players can shoot the puck low underneath the goaltender before they get down. Actually, 69% of goals scored when a goalie is going down are scored underneath. If the goaltender goes down before you have released the puck, then you may want to roof the puck. Keep in mind that the goaltender is going to read that a player is going to shoot when they drop their head or look down at the puck and they slide their lower hand down on the stick. Finally, let's examine the specific shooting options on a breakaway or a penalty shot. First, we're going to take a look at attacking down the middle or from the front. The first shot that we can take is a slap shot. It's probably our least preferred shot that we want to use, but we show it here as one of the options, and we look something like this. The second shot that we're going to look at is the snapshot. And the snapshot is the most efficient shot in hockey. It looks something like this. The next shot that we can take when coming down the middle is the wrist shot. And would look something like this. The fourth shot then would be the backhand shot. And the backhand has to be the most unpredictable shot. Our next shot is the flip shot. And the flip shot is very popular among advanced players. It would look something like this. The next shot is to use a pull-in move in combination with a wrist shot or a snap shot. Excellent move to get the goalie to move laterally. Would look something like this. The second way to do this pull-in move is to pull the puck in and hold the puck with a slight hesitation. As the goalie commits to one side, forcing that lateral movement, shoot back to the opposite side. Would look something like this. Now we're going to take a look at the fake shot followed by a shot. And would look something like this. Our next shot is to fly in at full speed and stop just in front of the goalie, causing the goalie to go back a couple of feet, opening up all spaces in the net, and then taking that shot. Would look something like this. Here's another fun move that a player can try on a penalty shot or the shootout, and it's called smacking the puck out of the air. Would look like this. Another trick move is to throw the puck in out of the air. This is going to be throwing the puck in on the forehand side. Looks like this. The second way to throw the puck in is while skating backwards using the backhand of the blade, and would look something like this. Our first shot, when attacking from the left side for a left-handed player, is a flip shot and would look something like this. Our second shot in attacking from the left side is to use the toe flip. It would look something like this. Our first shot, when attacking on the right side for a left-handed player, is to shoot while skating in stride, preferably with a snapshot, and would look something like this. Our second shot from the right side for a left-handed player is to use the Yager move in combination with a shot. Would look something like this. The last angle of attack is to tack on a big S curve. And this makes the goalie move laterally the most. I want you to pay attention to the goalie and watch how much he moves. I'm just going to skate the pattern. It will look like this. Now I'm going to show you the options that a player can use while attacking on the big S curve. Remember that the big S curve is probably the best way to attack on a penalty shot or shootout situation. Usually we see players coming just right down the middle and all the goalie has to do is back straight up. But by going way outside wide, forces the goalie to make that lateral movement, and if they don't move all the time, you might be able to shoot it in on the short side. Would look something like this. The second option, when attacking on the big S curve, is to shoot as you're cutting across the front of the net. Now you've moved the goalie laterally to the side, and you're moving the goalie laterally back in front of the net. It's a great chance that the goalie's going to be off on their angle. Plus, as you're cutting across the front of the net, it's great to shoot back in the direction you're skating from. The goalie will probably be off on his angle and would look something like this. The last option when attacking on this big S curve, if you don't see the available space open when you go out to the side immediately, and you don't see the space available when you're cutting across the front of the net, is to continue across to the far side, come in and either shoot from the far side or then take a deke option. Would look something like this. Now let's examine deking versus shooting on a breakaway or penalty shot. First, we already know that more goals are scored by deking than shooting. 62% are scored by deking. If you deke, you have less chance of missing. Here's a list of why players miss when shooting. 25% shoot too close, cutting down their angle on their shot. 24% miss the net, shooting too wide or too high. 20% take a poor shot, either lack of technique or maybe the wrong shot. 15% the goaltender makes a good save. 12% the shot is too weak, lack of shooting strength. 4% loss of control of the puck, and that would be lack of stick handling skills. There are some general rules for deking. Here are some points to keep in mind while deking on the breakaway or penalty shot. These key points include attacking with speed, gaining the middle of the ice, faking a shot or movement, and being patient while finishing. The first move, and probably the most common when coming in on a goalie on the breakaway or the penalty shot, is a front fake. And we're going to take a look at the forehand shift or front fake from the forehand to backhand side. It would look something like this. Now we're going to take a further look and analysis at this forehand to backhand shift or the front fake to the backhand side. Since it's such a common move used on a breakaway or a penalty shot, players always come in with the puck lined up right in the middle of the net. And what happens is it limits their ability to finish and shoot at the end. Here's what I'm talking about. Players will come down with the puck lined up right in the middle, and they'll make this front fake, sending their body wide way out here to the side, which is a very poor angle to try to finish from. What a player should do, if he knows that the forehand to backhand shift is his strength, is to move over to the side so the puck's lined up just inside the far post, and make your fake so that now you're still in front of the net as you're trying to finish the backhand shot. If the goalie doesn't buy the fake and he still slides across with you, fake, and he slides across with you, from this position you can still continue to your backhand and then finish with the shot. The second move would be a front fake again from the backhand side to the forehand side, or backhand shift. Would look like this. Again, we're taking a further analysis at the lineup on the backhand to forehand shift or the front fake going wide. Goalie's quick enough to handle that and to handle the lateral movement. So a second fake is needed. On the double front fake, the key thing is to start your first fake in the direction you want to go wide. So you're coming in at the goalie here, and you start by dipping that head and the shoulder to one side, then back to the other to finish from the side. Now we're going to take a look at the fake wrist shot as a deke, and it would look like this. Our next move is a fake slap shot, and would look something like this. Our next move is a fake backhand. Would look something like this. The side fake is considered to be our best option when coming down the ice, whether on a breakaway or a penalty shot, because it gives us the option to shoot or deke. Let's look at the side fake. Now we're going to take a closer look at the lineup on this side fake, because the side fake is the most preferred move done on a breakaway or a penalty shot. And it's because of the positioning of the stick. By coming in with the puck on the forehand side of the body, it gives the player the option to shoot or deke. What happens is after the players learn this side fake, they line the puck up with the center of the net. And the problem with this is that as they make the fake, again, they push out wide to the side and they put themselves in a poor shooting area. What we want to do on the side fake is line the puck up just inside the far post, okay? So that this exaggerates the shooting effect. Now you're coming in, and if the goalie doesn't line up, you can shoot at any time. When the goalie lines up properly, that's when we're going to execute the side fake. So the goalie lines up with the puck like he's taught, and then you make the fake and you go wide to your backhand. You're still in front of the net. You're still in the good shooting area. If the goalie slides across or goes into the splits, now you can go wide and continue to the backhand and then finish with the shot. The next move is a combination move. It's called the side fake Gretzky. It's done on a goalie that moves well laterally, that can stop a side fake or a single fake movement. So here we use a double fake. It's called the side fake Gretzky. Now we're taking a closer look at the side fake Gretzky. You remember that a second move is needed in order to beat a goalie that moves laterally real quick. Commonly, players will come down on the goalie and they'll continue to do the side fake, and the goalie will be familiar with this move. They'll be able to move real quick to the side and stop that side fake. So it's at that point that we need this second fake or combination move, the side fake Gretzky. And the move looks like this in slow motion. You're faking slightly away from your body on the forehand side, cutting back in front, and then quickly sliding it across and finishing. Another combination move that we can do when coming down the front is a side fake double front fake, and would look something like this. Our next move is to pull it in and kick it off the skate on the backhand side. This is an excellent move because of the lateral movement you get out of the goalie. Check it out, it looks like this. Another move that can be done when coming down the middle is the pull from behind. Here we pull the puck in between the legs, kick the puck up, it freezes the goalie for a slight second, and slide the puck in on the short side. Looks something like this. Now we're going to take a look at what's called the Russian move. Looks like this. Here's another trick move that can be done while skating in, pivot backwards, pulling the puck in between your legs, and then go for the flip. Would look something like this. Our next move is the one-hand backhand slip around, and looks like this. The next move is more of a trick move. It's called tapping the stick. We're going to show it going forward, which is usually done by a right-handed player. Looks like this. Now we're going to take a look at tapping the stick from the backwards position, which is done by a left-handed player. One of our best trick moves is the throw the glove move. This is one of my favorites. Looks like this. Here's another penalty shot trick, and that is to put the stick on top of the puck. Gives you a little more control over the puck. It's a lot of fun. There's nothing against it in the rule book. Looks like this. The second variation of having the stick on the puck is to use the toe of the blade, and would look something like this. Here's another great move that fakes out the goalie because they're too focused on the puck. It's called ring around the puck, and it would look something like this. Now we're going to look at attacking from the left side for a left-handed player. And our first move is a pull-in move. Looks like this. Sometimes when executing that pull-in move, the goalie doesn't bite on the initial pull-in, and he slides across the crease. It may require you to make 2 or 3 pull-ins and have patience not shooting the puck until you get all the way across the crease and then make your shot. It looks something like this. Now we're going to take a look at the pull-in backhand spin, initiated from the left side. It's also referred to as the Ritchie move. Looks like this. Again, we're still attacking on the left side. As we're cutting in front of the net, now we're going to stop and slide the puck in on the short side. Looks like this. Another move that we can use when attacking from the left is to shoot for the 5-hole. Now here, we make a slight fake, and as you're cutting across the front of the net, as the goalie moves and opens up some holes, try to shoot in between the legs. Would look something like this. Now we're going to take a look at the Yager move while cutting across in front of the net from the left side. And there's 2 variations to this move. The first one is to slide the puck on the ice. Would look like this. The second variation on the Yager move is to flip or shoot the puck. And it looks something like this. Now I'm going to show why the Yager move is more than just a trick move. It's because of this lateral movement. Now here's what happens in slow motion as the player's coming in. The player's coming in and cutting across the front of the net. The goalie has to buy this first move and stay with the puck. If the goalie doesn't buy that first move, as the player comes across the front, they can shoot it in at any time. The goalie has to stay in line with the puck. It's as the goalie stays in line with the puck that we pull the puck in between our legs and finish with a shot. So here we're sliding the puck across the front of the net. The goalie's in line with the puck. It's at this point that we take the toe of the blade and pull the puck in between the legs, gaining 4 to 5 feet of lateral movement, finishing by sliding or flipping the puck in. There's one more variation that can be used in this Yager move when attacking from the left side, because it confuses the goalie, is to just do a Yager move, catch it on your stick, and then slide it back to the short side and stuff it in. Looks something like this. The last move for a left-hander attacking on the left side is called the skin move. There's 2 variations. The first one is to slide the puck in. It looks like this. The second variation of the skin move is to actually shoot and lift the puck instead of sliding it on the ice. This is done on a goalie that knows this move, that's familiar with you doing it on them, and they may kick their leg out, so instead you flip it or shoot it over their leg. Looks like this. Now I'm going to show why the skin move is a viable move when coming in on the goalie on the breakaway or the penalty shot. Again, the lineup is from this left side for a left-handed player. And again, you slide the puck wide across the front of the net, extending with the one arm. The goalie has to get in line with this puck. If the goalie doesn't line up with this puck, then you've got the ability to go wide and slide it in on the goalie. So the goalie has to move with you. And as you get the goalie to move, this is when you can slide the puck in a very unexpected manner to the goalie behind your back, gaining 6, 7 feet of lateral movement and sliding the puck in with the forehand. The first move when attacking on the right side for a left-handed player is called the pull-in push-out and would look something like this. Our second move in attacking from the right side is the simple fake slap shot. Very similar mechanics to the pull and push out. Would look like this. Our next option when attacking on the right side for a left-handed player is called the Gretzky move. Looks a lot like a fake wrist shot. The next move we're going to take a look at is called the beret move, and it's a very simple pull the puck into your skate, kick it back up. But it's an excellent move on the goalie. It really seems to freeze the goalie well, and it looks like this.
Another move that we can do from the right side is to shoot for the 5-hole. Here you go way out to the side as you're cutting across the front of the net, and the goalie slides across to keep up with the puck. It opens the space in between the legs, chip it in the 5-hole. Looks like this. Now we're going to take a look at the Gretzky pull-in. Another one of our combination moves to be done in a goalie that doesn't bite on just a single fake. Looks something like this. Now we're going to take a closer look at this Gretzky pull-in as a combination move and why it works. Remember that the Gretzky move looks like a fake wrist shot, and the lineup is way off to the side here. You're lined up off to the side of the goalie. You fake like you're cutting down to the goal line or to the post, which forces the goalie to move. And you move the puck in a right angle, 90-degree pattern, straight back, and you push it in front, catching it with the toe of the blade, and you pull it back. So it's this 90-degree pattern, and then you're going to pull it in and finish. What we do is we name the moves after players that have either created them or have used them in gameplay. Angelo Ricci has developed our next move. It's called the Russian tap backhand spin, and he's here to demonstrate it for us. Here I'd like to explain why this Russian tap with spin works. And the reason is the amount of lateral movement. Let's take a closer look at this. What happens is a player is coming in from the side here, and the player taps the puck with the backhand of the blade into the skate. This forces the goalie to slide over. The goalie sometimes thinks he's lost the puck, but the goalie's taught to line up with the puck, so he slides over. From that point, it's a big kick out in front, and the goalie moves with the puck. And then the player spins and cuts back with even more lateral movement. Now we're going to take a look at a European move, which involves a lot of lateral movement. I'm going to be going forwards to backwards, and then finishing with a shot on the backhand. Looks like this. Another variation on this European move is to continue with one more lateral movement and finish with a shot on the forehand side. Would look like this. Here we're going to take a closer look at the European lateral move and why it works. I want you to notice the lateral movement and how far the puck moves side to side. Here again, the player is coming down, left-handed player on the right side, pushing the puck out in front of the goalie with the forehand, stopping and pulling the puck back to the backhand, then pulling it back to the forehand and finishing. In closing, a couple of key points to remember. First, when shooting on the breakaway or the penalty shot, we already know that we want to shoot from the middle of the ice, but we don't want to skate down the middle. Remember to come in on an angle, cutting across the front of the net, forcing the goaltender to move laterally and lose their angle. When deking, you can increase your scoring habits by learning to use a couple of dekes from each attack angle. Then you'll be able to pull off the move of your choice in any given situation, while allowing yourself the ability to react to the goaltender at any time. Remember that whether you're shooting or deking, you have to get the goalie to move laterally. That's the key to this whole video. To emphasize how important these skills are, consider this NHL season to date. there have been 19 penalty shots and only 3 scored. That's only 15%. To make a difference in your game, apply these principles from this tape and you'll become more effective and score more often on the breakaway or the penalty shot.